What is up, you guys? AFK here, back with a Christmas special. Now, you might think we're doing like a Christmas thing, but we're not. We're doing a modern day builds dash story time. Now, story time, basically, I'm just going to post a comment that somebody has left on my Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, and whatever word they put, we're going to tell a story about it. And today's comment actually comes from Instagram. It comes from Dat MC Frosty. He put his comment in as Frost. So I have an interesting story that goes along with this. It takes place back in 2005 of my life, back when I went to a Christian academy. And it's going to be it's not going to be funny, but it's going to be relatable. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I was in 4th grade. I believe about 4th grade, 3rd grade, that kind of era. And as a kid, I know everyone has probably thought of this as a kid, as a young kid. Everyone's probably believed this. And sorry, that was my phone vibrating. But when you see frost as a kid, you think it's snow at some point. Even if it's not even winter time, even if it's in the middle of not even summer, but like the middle of October or November, you see frost and you assume it's snow. Because when you remember snow as a kid, younger, before you're 7 and 8, you remember snow as being white. And of course, if there's a lot of frost on a window or car or just grass, you think it's snow. But as time grows and as you start to mature and develop, you start to remember that, okay, it's frost because it's the dew on the ground that has frozen just a little bit to make like a snowish kind of little thing over the grass. But anyway, I was in class. I believe it was math class. I want to say if it was math or English. It was one of the two. I'm sitting inside and I'm doing what I normally do in school, which is either goof off, draw, or just freaking daydream because I hate school pretty bad. So at the time, I was like, oh, when is school going to end, kind of thing. My whole object when I get to school, as soon as I get to school, I think about what I'm going to do after school. I'm not thinking about what's going to happen during the day. I'm just like, get me out of here. I want to leave as soon as possible. But anyway, I was in school. I was like, when is this day going to end and all that kind of stuff. I looked outside. It was cold. I think it was in October, maybe early October, maybe mid-October. I haven't really remembered yet. But I looked outside and the glass was, it was kind of frosted over. Like it's like that blurry kind of thing where you're just like, you can't see out of it, but it's cold. You know it's cold. You can draw on it with your fingers and stuff. So I'm sitting there looking at it and I start to remember, I'm just like, is this snow? Can I go home? I literally thought about that. I was like, if this is snow, can I go home? So I immediately look outside. I'm just like, okay, I think it's snow. I think we can go home. So I raise my hand and I go, Mr. Nelson. That was my teacher at the time, Mr. Nelson. I was like, Mr. Nelson? He goes, yeah, Chris, what's up, man? And I go, it's snowing outside. I think we can go home. So, of course, everybody in the class is looking. They're, like, rushing to the windows. They're just, like, so excited and so happy that it's snowing in Georgia because that's where I live. I live in Georgia, and you already know it. We don't get any. If we get any type of weather, it's just going to either be rain or it's going to be nothing at all. So they're all rushing to the window, just like, oh, where? And I'm looking, and I'm like, it's everywhere. Don't you see it? And keep in mind, this is early in the morning. This is like my first period class, so it's still early. So there still would be frost on the ground. So they're looking. They're just like, wow, frost! It's snow. And they're like, wow, snow! It's snow on the ground. And Mr. Nelson's trying to tell us that it's not snow, but of course we're 4th graders. We think we know everything at the time, and we're just like, nah, it's snow. So Mr. Nelson decides, okay, y'all think it's snow. How about we go take a field trip outside to the playground and let's let y'all play in the snow, and let's cancel out all the other activities we have today. Don't bother about learning. Don't bother about learning your multiplication tables, or if it was English, how about learning how to make a diagram of prepositions and nouns and other crap like that. Let's just go outside and play in the snow the whole day, and who cares what your parents think that they've been paying for this education your whole life. Let's just go ahead and go outside and blow the whole day away. Let's just do that. So he takes us outside and he basically says, all right, guys, you guys want to go play on a snowball fight? So we go, yeah, let's have a snowball fight. And he, of course, is laughing his butt off because he knows that this is not snow, it's just frost. So he gets up a little piece of frost, but like a whole wad of dirt in his hands, and just pelts it at all of us. Keep in mind, there's like 20 kids, so it's not just like one kid and he throws it at him. He's full on going machine gun, grabbing dirt, throwing it, grabbing dirt, throwing it, grabbing, and we're all just like, man, come on, what are you doing? on, this is a snowball fight. So he's just laughing his butt off. He's just like, come on, man, this is snow. So we're all looking. We're just like, dude, what is his problem? And then we look down, and by this time, after he's pelted us for who knows how long with dirt balls, he basically looks at us like, y'all want to go? He asked if we want to have another one. Of course, we're all just like, no way, man, you're freaking crazy over here throwing dirt balls at us. But by this time, it's probably about lunchtime. So we killed about an hour and a half to 2 hours getting pelted with dirt balls, mind you. But, in my case, I pretty much didn't care because I was getting out of class. So I could care less if he was throwing bricks at us for all that reason. But after that, we killed about a good hour, 2 hours. So it was about lunchtime. By then, the sun was already coming out and the frost was already melting. So this was like a big shocker to me because, number one, I felt pretty stupid that I thought it was snow. Number two, on the bright side is I wasn't, I could go home because I was like, well, it's almost, we got off half a day that day. This is, by the way, let me tell you, this is Christmas break. This was the last day of school before Christmas break. So this is our last class period of the day. We get a half a day, I think, at Mount Zion back then. We had a half a day or something like that. So I'm like at lunch and everyone's feeling pretty pissed off at me because they're just like, dude, you just got us pelted with dirt balls. But in my point of view, I was like, I just got you out of a whole 2 hour period class and we were having like quizzes, not quizzes as in grades, but like people getting called up to the board, tested if they know stuff kind of quizzes, and we didn't have to do any of that, and you're focused on getting pelted with a dirt ball. I'm 16 now, and if that actually happened, that would be the best thing that's happened to me in my freaking life. I would love that, man. Getting out of class, I mean, think about it. It's just like, oh, we have a 2 hour class, let's blow it off and throw dirt at each other. That's like the best thing ever as a teenager. As a little kid, you're probably like, no, I don't want to get dirt on me, and no. But yes, as a teenager, you would love to get dirt thrown at you because that's just how we are. So, back to the story. After we were at lunch, I was finishing my lunch. My mom was on her way to pick me up, I guess, at the time. I didn't have a phone at the time like all the other kids did, so I didn't know where my mom was half the time. So I just figured she was at work or she was on the way to come get me. But I had after school care. So I had to go to after school care, and I told my after school teacher, which was Mr. Calvin, I believe at the time. I don't know if it was either it was Mr. Calvin, Miss Latoya, and Mr. Randall. It was one of those three. They always kind of switched off, kind of. So I was with them, and half of my class actually went to after school care with me. So we got to hang out and do homework and basically chill until our parents came to pick us up. So we go outside, and our after school teachers, they hear Mr. Nelson tells them about the whole incident with the dirt throwing thing, obviously, because he was probably having the best time of his life. Well, to their surprise, they actually, well, what I'm trying to say, to their surprise, they were just like, dude, what is your problem? You threw dirt at these kids. Let me mind you, the dirt was soggy, so it was more of a mixture of mud and like grass. So that stuff was pretty much, and anybody that had a white shirt looked like they just basically crapped themselves because the dirt was pretty much just mud and grass mixed together. So I actually am wondering how the parents reacted to this once the kids got home. I don't know if the kids told them or what. I still remember it. Half of my friends probably forgot about it, or they just don't want to talk about it anymore because something happened between them and their family. I honestly have no clue. But this was this was before Christmas break. So I go home, I get in the car, and I'm like, "Hey mom, guess what happened today?" And she goes, "Oh, what happened today, honey boo boo bear?" And I go, "Well, I thought today it snowed," and I gave her the whole long story. That ended up in an argument because I ended up, I think, getting in trouble over starting a dirt war. So let's recap about this. Let's just go back and let's recap what happened. In my mind, 4th grade boy, about 7 or 8 years old, maybe 9 or 10, probably 9 or 10, I think it's snowing and it's frost. I get everyone out of class early. We have a dirt war. No one had to do any tests. No one had to do anything. We got out early. I got a little bit of dirt on my new shoes that were black. I mean, it's not going to stain. It's dirt on black. It's not going to stain. And basically, I got in trouble for starting a dirt war. She didn't see my half of it. No one saw my half of it. No one's even thought about saying, oh, this kid's pretty smart for getting his children out of, to get his classmates out of class early, and they just spend the whole day playing. No, I'm the one that freaking started the dirt war that caused everyone's parents' children to have to go get a new set of clothes for the next year coming back to school. I'm that guy. I'm always that guy. I'm never the guy that ends up helping the situation. I'm always the guy that either makes it worse, or I'm the guy that starts up everything. Never just the guy that's just like there and he's just like, oh, he didn't do anything, let's just rule him out. No, first thing something happens, boom, it's Chris, let's blame him, not ask any other questions, let's just blame Chris and let's just put everything on him, punish him, and then once they figure out it wasn't me, then they'll go back. And this is after, by the way, keep in mind, this is a month later, after I've been on restriction for a month, phone's taken away, Xbox gone, everything that I own is gone, my friends know what happened, I know what happened, and I'm like, help me. Just help me now. So, hope you enjoyed that reference by Kevin Hart. Love his comedy, he's really funny. But anyway, back to the story. I get in trouble, I'm punished for a month. Right before school starts, my mom gets a call by the principal. And the principal explains to her that I thought it was snow. I told the teacher that it was snow. He decided to go outside, have a dirt war. Right when I get back to school, I'm off of punishment. Off of punishment, like literally the day before I go back to school. So the whole break, I mean, at the time I was like 10. Games weren't really out. I had a GameCube, whatever. I lived a long time before GameCube even came out. So I spent my whole weekend probably doing the thing that I would be doing anyway, is watching TV, and every single day watching TV, hanging out with my mom. We did all that over break. Not gonna lie, I had a good time. It was a good time over break. I always have good times over Christmas break. I mean, it's Christmas. Who doesn't enjoy Christmas break? If you don't, then you probably need to go get checked out or something at a psychiatrist, because that's not normal. But anyway, I was just like, you punished me for no reason, Mom. And she's just like, oh, it's okay. I mean, we still had a good break. No! What? It's not okay. It's the thought that counts. If I got punished now for that, I'll probably go moderate chi on everybody. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably just go Sharingan and just Ito Tensei everybody and just, I don't even know what I would do, honestly. I mean, I'd be mad for probably about 5 minutes and I'd get over it. But after about a day of no Xbox, no phone, no Facebook, no Instagram, no talking to my friends, no talking to anybody, and especially at this point in time when I start talking to girls and stuff, because there's one girl in particular that I really do like, and if I wasn't able to talk to her, I would probably shoot myself. So, just think about that. Just think about this whole situation. Think about what you would do in the situation. I would love to hear what you would do in the situation, honestly. I mean, post in the comments. I mean, I'm open to hear it. What would you do if you got punished? This generation, 2013 going on 14, all the electronic stuff is going viral. Everything that you own gets taken away on Christmas break for something that you had no control over. It was just a curiosity, and it was just being a human being. So that wraps up our story for story time today. Leave a comment. I would love to hear what you guys would have done in my situation. Punished for Christmas break. No other, whatever. Just punished for Christmas break. What would you do if everything you had was taken because you thought something was something else? If you just thought a pencil was a pen and everyone just flipped out on you. What would your opinion be? I would like to hear from you guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. I would love to hear. Okay, announcements for the end of the video now that we finished our house. Hope you guys enjoyed the house, by the way. Just a quick little build in our little city. As you can see, we're on a super flat. If you guys want to come play, at me, ControlFreak15. Link will be in the description below. I will gladly play with you guys. PC Minecraft is coming to my collection of games in about a week or so. I gotta buy a new computer and stuff like that. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I really much did. I enjoyed the story time too. This has been a quick story time build by AFKBlaze Gaming. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be doing this series. This is going to be really fun. Post a comment, random word, by the way. Just say any random word, and I'll make a story about it or relate it to my life. So, guys, I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope your holidays went well. Happy New Year's to all of you guys. And basically, this is the end of the video. And we're just going to look at our house a little bit and stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and stop talking so you guys can just look at the house and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. I will see you later.